I was just doing some travel planning for a trip this summer, and I wanted to tell you about a brand new feature in Google Maps that turns your screenshots into unique travel plans. This just was released and is available on your iPhone with Google Maps. I'm Ron Brown with Tech for Senior, where we help seniors understand technology and navigate their travel plans, particularly seniors who are going to be traveling this summer. Now, in this video, I have a fictitious trip I'm going to take to London, England. And we're going to show you how important it is to use Google Maps and 5 features that you may not be aware of with Google Maps. Now, the most important thing is if you're going to be traveling to a large city like London, England, you need advanced planning. The most important thing you can do to get efficient time use when you arrive is to have things well documented and planned in advance. So we'd sure appreciate that like and subscribe, and let's get on with the program. So the first tip I want to talk about is the one that I opened with, and this is a new feature in Google Maps. Now, I have a Pixel 8 Pro phone, and I always like that because Google always gives Pixel the new features first. And I always can say, and everyone will get this, but I have it. But sadly, that's not the case. The winning phone is, of course, the iPhone, and that is in the United States. So if you are an iPhone user and you are in the United States, then you are going to be the first to get this feature, and it should be available now, and it is an update to Google Maps. So the first thing you need to do on your iPhone is go to Google Maps and make sure you have it updated. And this is a feature that allows you to save screenshots into Google Maps. So what would happen is that if you're going around doing your research on what you're going to do in London, you may find places or restaurants or buildings that you can take a screenshot of. These can automatically be saved to Google Maps, and Google's AI, Gemini, will take those images and scan them, and it will create a location for those and add them to Google Maps for you. And you can save those in lists, and I'm going to show you those lists in a moment, but you can save them to lists. So as you're doing your research, you could theoretically go and you could take a lot of different screenshots on different places you want to go. You could add them to your list. You could then share those lists with other people, and then you could come up with a consensus on where you wanted to go on your trip to London. It would also be pretty cool. Let's say you're on a cruise and you have 7 stops or 7 ports that you're going to go to, and you're traveling with a group, and you could choose all of the things that you wanted to do in each port just simply by doing screenshots of them. It would all put them into Google Maps and a list, and you could share those lists and come up with a group consensus of what you were going to do in each port. It's a pretty cool feature, but it is available right now with Google Maps on an iPhone, but will be released shortly to Android and the rest of the world. So it is an interesting feature. Now let me show you tip number 2. Many of you don't know about the Immersive View, which actually can be in 3D. Now this is not available in all locations. It is only available in larger centers like, of course, London, England, and Buckingham Palace actually is in 3D Immersive View. So let me show you what you can watch in the Immersive View feature in Google Maps as we look at Buckingham Palace. This is a really cool way of briefing yourself on the topography before arriving, and it's really interesting. So I'm going to show you this on my Pixel 8 Pro as we look at this on the mobile version. I'm now going to open Google Maps, and we're going to see we're magically in England, and this is Buckingham Palace. Now, I want you to come up to the top right, and what we're going to be looking for is Immersive View. This is where we can look at 3D images in Google Maps. It's pretty cool. Let's have a look here. So if you look up here to this little drop-down menu, we're going to click this, and now we have our choice of map details. And we can look at public transit, traffic, bicycling, 3D, street view, wildfires, or air quality. So let's have a look at 3D, and we're going to click this. And now what we're going to do is we're going to look at 3D view. So as I click and open it up, we now can see the immersive view. Now this gives us, this is in, of course, 3D now, which is pretty cool. As we come down, we now can scroll in right to the very beginning, right to the very entrance here, and we can see this in 3D. And we can come up and explore the castle and look at it in different views. This is really pretty cool, and this is called the Immersive View. All right, you've reached London. You're all excited. You're ready to go out and do exploring, but you haven't had time to figure out how you're going to connect to the internet. And you really rely on Google Maps to take you around London. Well, the important thing you need to understand is you can download all the maps from Google onto your phone, so you don't actually have to be connected. And that is one of the first things you should do before you leave home, is to make sure that you've downloaded all the maps onto your phone of the areas you're going to go. And then it doesn't matter if you're connected, you can see everything on those maps. So here's how to do that. All right, let's look at how we're going to download Google Maps. First of all, let's open Google Maps. This is my Pixel 8 Pro. I'm going to open Google Maps, and you'll see that I have it set to London, England. You can put in the search term what you want. Let's just, we can type London, and of course it brings us to London, England. Now, if you wanted to change this and move it and open up any other city, you can just, in the search, type that in. But I'm going to go to London, and we're going to have a good holiday, but I want to download this map onto my phone so I have it available even without internet connectivity. So let's have a look what we're going to do. You'll see on the bottom, it gives, of course, directions, save, share, a bunch of things. But let's just scroll right down to the bottom. You have to come right down to the bottom and then on the bottom here, you'll see it says save, share, or more. Let's click more. And here's where you'll see it says download offline map. Okay, let's do that. Now, the thing that you have to understand is that the area that you can download changes depending on how much memory you have on your phone. As you can appreciate, London is a very congested area, and there's a lot of data. So the area that you can actually download will be smaller than, of course, a more rural area. In fact, this says it will use 220 megabits of data. And as you can see, we can move on this screen. We can move around until we figure out which area we want. And you can download multiple areas, but we're just going to download, I think, London central area is where I'm going to be. I think this should just be fine. So we're going to hit download now, and download started and will continue in the background. So it's not even going to bother you. And this is going to download onto my phone. So I will not need to be connected to the internet to be able to see where to travel. So it's very important that you remember that Google Maps is so much more than a simple map service. Here are 5 things that you need to remember about the Explore tab in Google Maps, especially for travelers and seniors. The first thing is it shows you what's nearby instantly. The Explore tab gives you quick access to places around you, like restaurants, coffee shops, parks, gas stations, and attraction, based on your current location. The second is categories make browsing easy. Icons like dining, groceries, hotels, and attractions help you find what you're looking for with just a map, and great for unfamiliar areas, like this great big city, London, that we're going to go to visit. Now, the first thing you're going to notice when you're traveling is time changes. You're going to be all discombobulated about time changes. And the important thing about Google Maps is it'll show you when your events are the hours open and busy times. Each place listed shows important info like hours of operation, reviews, peak busy times, and estimated travel time to get there. And we're going to show you can even do that on a subway. You can do it on a bus or biking or walking. It tells you all those different times. Now, with so many places to go, you're going to want to pick the top ones. So user reviews and rating guides of your choice. Scroll down and you get real reviews, photos, ratings from others users to help you decide where to go. You can even leave your own feedback. So it's great for helping you in a busy time in your life when you have so much to see and so little time to do it in. Google Maps is just indispensable. Now, the fifth thing is it even works with voice search and offline maps. So if you're not connected to the internet and you're using those downloadable maps, you can still do a search or even a voice search for your favorite restaurant. Okay, so we're now in Google Maps, and you'll see, of course, with the city of London is right here, and we'll bring that up, and you'll see at the top it already has started doing some selections for us. You can see restaurants, hotels, attractions as we scroll along, parks, coffee, museums, and gas if you're looking for gas stations. All those are already there for you at the very top. But if we come down here now, as we bring up the bottom here, we're going to see a lot of things that we can do. And as we keep scrolling up here, it's going to give you some lists of things to do. First of all, a list has already been made for you. Best places to stay in London. London local gems. 75 places. 30 must-visit London attractions. London top lists. 50 things to do. London trending, 25 places. And as we scroll down now, must-visit spots, top sites, and it even indicates, let's have a look here. It tells us that this is the British Museum. Tells us that it'll give you directions from where you are. It tells you it's closed right now. It opens from, it tells us closed right now, but opens at 10 a.m. It tells you where you can get tickets, gives you an overview, and all the information that you need. Now, as we were scrolling through our attractions for our London visit, you probably noticed an unused feature in Google Maps called Google Map Lists. But this is a powerful but often overlooked feature, perfect for planning and sharing travel experiences. So let me give you 5 important tips and why you should be using Google Map Lists. So number 1 is that you can save and organize places easily. You can create custom lists like London trip or favorite coffee shops in London and save the places on Google Maps to find them for quick access later. And the second thing is that these lists are accessed across all devices. Once signed into your Google account, your saved lists are synced across your phone, your tablet, your computer, ideal for trip planning at home or navigating on the go. Now you can even share these lists with family and friends. You can share the list via a private link or invite others to collaborate. Perfect for group trips or sharing hidden gems with fellow travelers. Also, if you're traveling with a family, everyone can put their suggestions in the lists. You can even customize the list with notes. You can add personal notes to each saved location, like reservation details, must-try dishes, and reminders, and especially helpful for senior travelers with maybe mobility issues. So all this can be customized in the list with notes. Now, item number 5 is these lists are available even with the downloaded maps. Yes, remember the downloaded maps that because when you get to London, you may not have Wi-Fi or cellular service, at least not the first day that you get here. But yes, your downloaded lists are available in offline maps, allowing everybody to see them no matter where you are. This is our London map in Google Maps. Let's have a look at how we can find out a place to go for breakfast. I want a breakfast restaurant. We're in Google Maps. Let's go down, and I'm going to share it with my family and traveling companions. So let's see how this works out. All right, we're focusing in on London now, and let's go down the list and see where I can find some breakfast. Here it is, Megan's on High Street Restaurant, where to brunch in Kensington. Great, I'm just staying not too far from this. This will be great. I'm going to send this off to my friends and traveling companions and see what they think. So let's see how I'm going to do this. We're going to come down to the bottom under directions order. We're going to go over to the right on the menu. Keep coming over here. We're going to click the save button. So let's click the save button and see what the next menu brings up. Now this is the list. It's going to give you an option to have a new list. We're going to create a new list. So let me click the new list button at the top. Here we go. And I'm going to call list a description. So we're going to call this London Breakfast. Original name. We're going to save this, but we're going to save it now. We're going to change this and we're going to make this a shared link so that we can share this with everyone that wants to have a look at this. We're going to call the list LB for London Breakfast and save it. But now it is going to offer us all the contacts we have in our contact list, and we'll be able to share this link, which is a shared link, to all our friends. They can actually even comment, add, or change the list. That's pretty cool. Now let's go back and we're going to try this one more time. We're going to come down. What I want to do is just not save it to the list, but I'm just going to take this now and I'm just going to share the restaurant. So not save it to a list, but another way you can go about this. Let's go back to Megan's Restaurant on Kensington Street here. Let's go over to the right again. Let's go over to the right again. And now what we're just going to click is the share. You see I have it saved, but I just want to share this. Maybe I don't want to save it. I just want to share it. So I can just click the share button now. And the share button allows me to share that particular link with all the friends who I might want. I can send it as an email, text, or however I want to send it. I'll be able to send it. And they again can comment on it, edit it, and we can communicate on where we want to go to breakfast in London. And that's so cool. You can either save it to a list or directly share it. Well, it's Ron Brown with Tech for Senior. Hopefully, I've given you some help with some of your travel plans for this summer. You know, there was a famous credit card that used to say, "Don't leave home without it." I'm going to say, don't leave home without Google Maps. If you like the video, please click that like and subscribe. And if you want to keep notified as we make new videos, you can just click that like and subscribe, and we'll do that. We'll send you a personal message each time we create a video. Till we see you again, have a great day.